Okay, I think we got it right. Alright, I think if we put it like this. Yeah, I think we got it right. Well, what's up guys? It's Zonky S Guardian here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Um and well, it's been quite a long time since I've done a YouTube live stream, but to put it into context, the reason why I haven't is because, well, it's quite simple. Basically, the top of the metal ball that holds the phone wasn't really able to hold it. Eventually, it broke, so I had to switch to this instead. But since I am now able, mind you, I know you can see it on my room, but that's fine. I'm not bothered. But this is basically my only option that I have left, because until I get my new tripod, I don't really have any other way of doing YouTube live streams here anymore, until now. So this is technically like a little test, so if anything goes wrong, I'll, I'll be able to improve. But now that I'm able to actually chat with people, I thought that this would be the perfect time to talk about what's going on and like what I'm planning in the future and so on. So if the video or the stream so far, like most of the game looks like very blue, then I'm sorry, but that's just how I guess recording works. Because I'm looking at the screen right now and it looks pretty normal, but on the video it looks, on the stream it looks like it's really blue. But you guys have probably seen it for ages now, so hopefully you guys are bothered. But still, I can't fix that. But first I wanna talk about Frontier Royale, which is basically just Good Night, but I renamed it just because, like, I know it's a bit, like, to put it into context, I renamed it because one, the word Good Night was too close to Fortnite, but another reason is because Frontier Royale just sounded better, and I couldn't, and the reason I stuck with Good Night for basically the 4 years I've been doing my creative battle royale. But to basically put it into context, it was called Good Night. Just one because it was simple at the time, and two was simply because yeah, and two was because I literally, because of my problems or my disabilities, I can't really think of things straight because it takes me a long time to. But so I thought that this would be. I mean, I'm probably just gonna tomorrow morning create like a personal video, but like then I'm gonna record like battle royale gameplay. Well, nah. So basically, I think tomorrow I'll do it, but like. So first of all, I'm planning a project called Good Night, the story arc, which is basically just my way of explaining truly everything in the story. So not just like, oh, like how each season goes, but literally how but yeah. So basically, uh Actually, no, it's best if I explain the story of my BR or like how it's getting through right now in tomorrow's video. I'm just gonna basically record normal gameplay, but then on top of it, I'm gonna have my own audio. So that you guys can hear me better. But also just because it will look cool. But so first, what about Sonic Heroes? So for those who have been living under a rock or just simply haven't seen the videos much, because to be honest, I've kind of just forgotten, but ended them at the same time. Sonic Heroes is a completely original idea by myself, and it's basically just Fortnite with Sonic characters as the storyline. So a lot of the seasons I took straight from Fortnite, and they were pretty normal, but then most of the time I added my own custom map changes to them. And let's just say that I've been doing this for quite a long time. Maybe, I don't know if I would say like a year or two, but it's definitely been a long time since I started it. Now note that the start of Sonic Heroes all the way to like, I can't remember now, but up until a certain point, happened on my other Sonic Yes Guardian channel. And on that other Sonic Yes Guardian channel, I would have had access to, and I probably would have still had it and been recording all like to this day right now. But because my iPad, or as some people call it, a tablet, because it did a black screen of death, which is basically just like a complete black screen, it still works, but like you can't see anything. Because there was no choice, and it ended up having to be thrown away. So because I'm restricted to my phone, it means I lost access to everything that's on my tablet, including the channel that was connected to it. And so that's why this channel was birthed, Sonic the XFG. Because it's not just a somewhat of a rip-off to my original channel, but this is mainly because my tablet broke. Alright, anyways, moving on. It was mainly just one person, but I'm gonna describe it as a bunch because I don't want it to just feel like I'm only doing it because of one person, but in one of my videos from a few weeks ago, a random guy, I can't remember his name very well, but what I do know is that his profile is like a wolf of some sort. So this guy, in a video, wanted me to bring back the Sonic Heroes story because at some point in Sonic Heroes Chapter 4, I just completely left it. I didn't make a video, I didn't make any indication of if it's continuing or not. I basically just threw it in the garbage and just forgot about it for good. And it's been like that for quite a few months, quite a long time. But if it wasn't for that guy, I wouldn't have probably thought twice about bringing it back because of him. And that's simply because of that one guy, my soul slightly changed. And in other words, basically, I actually thought, you know what, I'll give it one more shot. And if I'm not able to just do anything about it, I'm gonna cancel Sonic Heroes from my channel. Yes, we're gonna do this much quieter. But yeah, to put it into context, basically, that's basically why I started the Sonic Heroes Chapter 5. Because not only did I basically not want it, so the reason why I didn't finish a few more seasons, or try to get to season 10 of Chapter 4 of Sonic Heroes, before I, decided to go to Chapter 5. So one of the reasons was because the maps I had were like really far down again. So this is gonna turn into another thing I need to explain. So basically, the app that I use is called Pixar. I know I could just get any better apps, but I can't be able to learn how they work. But apps like Pixar, every time you wanna go onto a photo to edit it, or like a Fortnite map, I have to scroll far down, and it takes a second to load the next few images, so it takes a bit to scroll down, over than just simply tapping on my gallery and then scrolling down, which is much more faster. But because it's slow and it takes a while to load, which I'm not blaming it because of how old the app is, that's just how it works. Excuse me, sorry, I just had a burp coming up. But what I'm basically trying to say is that what I'm basically trying to say is that what I'm basically, in short, trying to explain about is that so basically I decided to bring back Sonic Heroes Chapter 5. And Season 1 was basically just like a little stop. It wasn't gonna, like, I wasn't gonna wait a long time before I release Season 2. What time is it? Oh. But I wasn't gonna release Season 2 just because, like, basically, I released Season 1 and then I checked the views. Also, speaking of views, I started to now notice that. Also, before I explain it, please also go on my community section on my channel and please go on my Twitch and follow it, as I'm trying to get my Twitch just as popular as it is on my YouTube, which has hundreds of subscribers. But also, let's try and reach our goal of 400 by the end of this year. And I know that I probably wouldn't most likely end up making any YouTube celebration subscriber videos. And that's just simply because, you see, most of my disabilities, like autism and also recently I think, like, I'm not confirming it, but I think I might have a side of dyslexia or something like that. But anyways, but basically, the moral story is, because of my disabilities, I think that half the stuff that normal people would be able to do, or have the energy to do, I just can't do. Because I feel like it's like as if I have another version of me, like an alternate from the Mandela catalog. Like it feels like I have a doppelganger that like takes over me, and like whenever I'm ready to do something, within a few hours or the next day, I end up not wanting to. For example, right now I'm currently working on the 4th set, which is basically the second to last update of Season 1 of Frontier Royale. And now that I'm talking about it, I will gladly explain the context of it. So, let me explain to you why I ended Chapter 4 of Gun Night. Now, I will say Gun Night and Frontier Royale a lot of times, but just know that Gun Night is the same Frontier Royale. I just switch between the names just because it depends on how I'm talking. But anyways, but Gun Night, aka Frontier Royale. So I feel like I'm gonna breathing pause. But the reason why Chapter 4 ended so quick and only had like 2 seasons, it wasn't just because, like, as I was thinking of the new island for Venture 2 and how cool it was gonna be. It was mainly just because, like, my life since Chapter 4 started, a sad coincidence, my life just felt like it wasn't really worth the time. Which is why I didn't make as much content as I did in Chapter 4 of my build than I did in, like, in Chapter 1. But to put it into context, basically, so I'll tell you a little teaser about what's going on. So you might have noticed that one of my recent videos is the Frontier Royale story report. And it's not just that it's basically a rename of reality logs, but it's because the reason I made it isn't just because, like, I just really wanted to and it felt exciting to do, but it's because so the basic explain. So basically, as I was so a few days ago, I had to go out shopping, as any other person would do. And normally when I'm outside, for some reason my brain starts ticking and thinks of a bunch of things I could do when I get home or throughout the weeks. One of those things was that I was wanting to do was to make the storyline of Frontier Royale Venture 2 make more sense. And what better way to explain that than to explain it now in this stream? Well, of course. So before I explain about that, to basically understand the Goodnight story arc, what it basically is like, it's basically just me doing the usual explaining the storyline and stuff, which I'm gonna start making those videos again, starting from tomorrow. Like, as in like videos where I explain the storyline of like what happened a while ago, as well as what's happening right now. So basically, to put it into context, basically the story arc is basically just the usual me explaining the storyline thing, but more deeper, as in like I explain like how everything works in the story of Goodnight, what's going on, and yada yada. And what a coincidence, but so the story arc basically, like I did with the Goodnight video, Frontier Royale video I made, which is basically I can't put it up because I'm streaming, but like, if you know what I mean, basically, one of the Frontier Royale videos I made was the full evolution of it from chapter 1 all the way to where it is now, Venture 2. And to basically explain, it was just simply showing the evolution, not the storyline. And so basically this new thing I'm starting called the Goodnight, the story arc, which I'm working on part 1, because each chapter I want to explain the full, complete storyline. So I can not just get it off my chest, but like, so I can rewatch it in case I forget certain things. But the story arc, in a sense, is basically what it does is that each episode explains each chapter or each season. I don't know. It depends on how it feels, but all I'm gonna say is that, so I don't want to spoil it because I want to make it a secret for now, especially because it's unfinished. But basically, the story arc is just meant to be like, but to practically explain it all, basically, so funny enough, the storyline that I thought of Venture 2 was actually, like, right as of now, was actually created not just because of what was it, the story report? See, you can tell I definitely have memory loss because I just forgot what the name was, even though I said it like a few minutes ago. But not only but thanks to the story report and the ideas I was thinking of as I was shopping, I ended up thinking about that. So the basic thing, so if you didn't notice, in Chapter 4 Season 2, it was known as Twist. But it wasn't just because like the one map change was like twisting terrain, but it was because there was a miniature black hole. To explain the story of it, basically, it wasn't like an ordinary black hole, because if I wanted to be realistic, I would have just simply made it suck up the island and then boom, done, Venture 2. However, this black hole was created by an entity known as the Singularity, which was basically a black void. And let's basically put it into context. So I'm gonna end the stream now. Oh, Valentine too, because I just got sniped in the head. But I'm gonna end the stream here. It was basically just, like I said at the beginning, it's just a test to see how it's stabilizing. So if anything's terrible, don't worry, because it's either I forget about it or I'll try to fix it. But yeah, well, I'm gonna end it there.